If you are at an arcade scene, if there are any around, because the arcade scene is mostly dead now. I mean, it's entirely dead. It doesn't even exist anymore. But if you do find an arcade somewhere and they are available and you're playing at an arcade, you will get kicked out so fucking fast if you beat on their machines, because those machines are extremely expensive. They're like tens of thousands of dollars. So they don't fuck around with that. They'll throw you, they'll straight up haul your ass out. They'll grab you by your arm, grab you by your leg, and fucking straight up use your head to open the door. Like, no joke. They don't fuck around with that. That's a big no-no. That pisses them off real quick. And the customers will probably help them. It's sacred ground. You never fuck with the machine. What are some other options she's got? Up and guard and kick, which will be this spin kick that you see here. It's really fast. Outright beats it. If you are like unsure they're gonna do it, if you hold back when you're throwing a jab, after one jab you'll do a kick, which causes a stun, which can allow you an opportunity to like get more plus frames. If you're lucky, you might be able to pull off a combo or something of the sort. I'm not sure if she's got a combo that she can work with. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but it's not that the kick is fast, it's that she hops in the air really quick. That's what it is. She jumps in the air really, really, really quick. So that's why she's invulnerable to the jab. While this one, she jumps a little bit later, just a little bit. The kick doesn't come out fast, it's just the hop comes out fast. It's also got pretty good range too. Not bad range. So you can evade the punch, and that's why it works. Yeah, exactly. A universal mechanic that you can do at all times is sidestep up and down. If you sidestep up and down, you get plus frames. And it's your turn to keep, going to town on them. Backflip, that backflip, jump back and kick, that beats it outright every time, and it does a shitload of damage. Huge damage. So that'll beat it outright. What else? One of the best things about this game is that combos in this game can be super delayed. You can really delay a lot of combination strings, like really, really late. So if you want, you can always like super delay the second hit of your mids, which will lead to a counter hit. But you can really delay them. Like, you can do them right away and they'll land, but you can throw people off by like heavily delaying it. That's another advantage you can do. So I bet this happens all the time while you're playing her, right? Yeah, I'm from NA. I bet this happens all the time when you're using a flamingo kick, when you're doing this, right? And that'll beat it outright, but sometimes it'll be like this, or you'll get like jabbed out of flamingo kick, right? When you're trying to do that, if you press both punch and kick at the same time, still parry. So if you know that they're gonna jab you once you do that, you can parry them. And in doing so, you get a free hit. I wonder, does you get a free pop up there? There's two ways to hit someone that's on the ground, because okay, so the way that grounds work in Virtua Fighter is very different than Tekken. In Tekken, when someone's on the ground, they can be hit by like low moves. In Virtua Fighter, there's only two moves that are allowed to hit them, which is either a ground hit or an aerial ground hit. The way that works is that most characters either have like a between forward and down punch or kick. For her, it's kick. And then every character has an aerial ground kick, which does way more damage. And all you have to do is press up and kick or up and punch, depending on the character. I think it's universally up and punch. The reason why that does more damage than this is because the opponent can tech out of it. So if you do this, low risk, but low reward. This offers big risk, but big reward. So like, what does that reward look like? It'll look like this. Yeah, for her, it's up and punch, which is deceptive because she uses her foot. So it'll look like this. That's right. That's why it's risky. If they get up right away after getting knocked down, you open yourself up to a big hit. Because you miss, and it's like, eat shit city, basically. You're wide open. But if you go with this option, less risky. That's why there's two options. Big risk. But if I did it like this, less risk. Yeah. So big rewards, but get fucked if you fuck up. That's basically what it is. The most common thing that's going to end up happening when you're fighting is people are going to tech. Now, early on, that's not going to happen, because in order to tech, you have to hit all three buttons, and vast majority of players don't know that. So the vast majority of players are going to stay on the ground, and it's going to kind of look like this. It's going to just look like this most of the time. The vast majority of the time, you're going to see this. So my recommendation early on is either hit them while they're on the ground, or put space between you and then fight it back at neutral again. When you get to higher levels of play, where you start seeing people tech a little bit more frequently, what you're going to do then at that point is that you're going to keep the pressure on them. Since I was stupid to get the jump, I always swept them, but it was always pretty low. Talking about that one? Because you don't want to throw a low attack. You only have two real options, unless your character has a low throw or ground throw. So if they hit the ground and you see them immediately roll, then you immediately just get right back in their face. But if they're not waking up, my best recommendation is either hit them while they're down on the ground, because there's a reason why when you do this and get a big damage, you roll away from them. Because you're back at neutral again. You can immediately go right back into it and just get out of their range. So the best thing to do is either get back away from them, because what they're likely going to do is do this. Rising attack. Let's go with a mid attack. This is the most common thing that's going to happen for you. They're going to wake up, and they're going to wake up with this mid kick, like this, right? So what you're going to do most of the time is do this. And then you're going to back off, and then you can hit them again right after they miss. That's what's going to happen the most often. So that's why it's recommended to, like, more often than not, just back off. But they don't get up. And if you're really, really good, if you're a really good player, you can do something like this. It's hard to do. There we go. And more big damage now, you know? So, like, making a person whiff... Oh, great. Making a person whiff their wake-up attacks is one of the best ways to get huge amount of damage in a really short amount of time. Literally, it can be, like, a game over if you make them whiff. But if they're tech throwing, then you want to get in their face. That's the mind games of the game. Yeah, 3/4 of the health is gone, like, immediately. It's two combos, but it immediately just deletes so much health because it's so rewarding. It's hard to pull off, but if you land it, it's really, really rewarding because it requires not only foresight and reaction, but it also requires a big read on your end because you're expecting them to do it. So, here's a nice little tip for you. Walls in this game are extremely dangerous. Probably the most dangerous mechanic by far. There's a reason for that. So when you land a hit in this game, a lot of hits, like, you know, they're very natural, right? But if you hit someone with a move that causes a little bit of like blowback, like their head blows back, their head will actually hit against the wall behind them. See how their body collides into the wall? The moment that you immediately have them collide into the wall, you now can do free damage. See how much damage that was? That was 2 hits. All that damage scales together. Walls in this game are no joke, and they're even more threatening when you know how to utilize them to their full potential. Like, for example, let's say that same idea. Or yeah, here's the easy one. This is a very easy combo here. Boom, 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 boom. Almost half health. So much damage, and that's an easy one. By the way, what do you play with? Do you have an arcade stick? I do. The stick. I use a Korean lever. But when I first started playing this game back in Final Showdown, I was playing this game on a controller, and I was really good. I only learned, the only reason why I got an arcade stick is because I hate the PlayStation 5 controller for fighting games. It hurts my hand. It legitimately hurts my hand. My hand cramps. So the same attack does more damage when you hit the enemy to the wall. Does it do the same damage because you can get more attacks in? So here's the thing. In fighting games, there's something called scaling. In scaling, what it means is that when you land an attack against someone multiple times, their damage reduces with each attack, so it scales it down. However, the thing with the walls is in this game is that it does produce scaling, but when they hit the wall, they get this. You see that like that lever that pulls up right next to Jackie's back, behind Jackie's back? That's called a stagger. When they're staggered, they have to shake their directional inputs to get out of it. Otherwise, they'll get hit again. This can lead to insurmountable amount of damage, almost half health. It basically leads to more combo potential for what could occur. I'm not even using the most optimal combos too. I'm using the easy stuff. So, each time you collide them into the wall, you get more free hits. Or like, let's go with something like this. Now, here's the way the walls work. When you hit someone and they hit the wall, there are moves in the game that cause them to blow back, right? Like this. See how much they get pushed back away from you? You can use that to get them to hit the wall. See? Exactly, yeah. And traditionally in most fighting games, that's usually how it goes. If your back's against the wall, you're in big trouble. If your enemy's back's against the wall, you want to keep them there. That's how it usually works in most fighting games. You never want to be cornered. You never want to be cornered. As Gray Fox says, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. But in this particular case, the fox gets fucked. That's kind of what happens. At the moment, I play with a keyboard. Doesn't feel too bad, to be honest. I tried to play with an Xbox controller and didn't like it at all. That's understandable. I'm gonna give a recommendation for you. I'd imagine you probably play with keyboard and mouse traditionally with most of your games, right? Have you ever heard of something called a snack box? Like, this is your typical arcade stick, right? It's got the lever right here, and then it's got your buttons on the side, right? That's an arcade stick. Well, a snack box is an all button box. Unlike, it gets rid of the entire lever part. No lever. And it gives you all buttons. This is typically what I would recommend to anyone that's trying to learn how to play a fighting game. And they want a fighting game controller that is as close to a keyboard and mouse, and it feels intuitive to them. This current, this is the cheapest option that's available. It's like $100, $120, depending on where you get it from. It's a little pricey for a controller, sure, but most arcade sticks are usually like, mine's like $270. And my customized parts were like probably in total like over $300. So this is what I would recommend. So it's an arcade stick with just buttons, no joystick, exactly. So the way it works is that the button on the far left, that's your back button. The button right here is your up button. The button on the right is your go towards your opponent button. This button this big button at the very bottom, that's your down button. So and then you have your traditional attack buttons. This is my recommendation for anybody that wants to transition into how to play a fighting game, but they don't want to like learn this. This is for legacy players. This is something that this is considered to be at a disadvantage now. You don't want one of these unless you've grown up with them, because the learning curve for these are really, really large and the benefits are not very good. Yeah, you would press it with your you play it like a piano is basically the way it's played. No different than a keyboard mouse. It's basically like typing all over again. So your left thumb would go on the big button on the bottom, I think. I've never used these, but I've seen these are the most competitive things that are out there. The ones that are most famous are called hitboxes, which the hitbox is like, this is the hitbox. These are like premium versions of that. All button boxes, you know? Big red button on the bottom. I think your left thumb goes on that. And then I think it's your index and middle finger and ring finger go on these right here, while your pinky rests on the side. And then you use your whole hand for the, the white buttons over here. I'd only recommend to anyone getting a hitbox if you're committed to being a part of a fighting game scene. Because these are going to be expensive. The hitboxes are the premium products. These are probably like at least $400. So I always recommend, if you want to start out with a good controller for a fighting game and you're really attuned to a keyboard, use this instead. This is the best way to do it. Your hands will have more space. It won't be as straining on your hands. It's just more effective, I think. I mean, they're just as accurate as, okay, so you're saying that I guess those buttons on our boards are probably more reliable when it comes to input accuracy. They're actually the same. There's no difference between that than your keyboard that you're using right now. So what's the difference? Bigger buttons, less likely to accidentally miss your inputs. If you think about the buttons on your keyboards, they're really, really small. So it's not hard for your hand to accidentally miss the button that you're going for, or you accidentally hit the wrong key while hitting the right key. You know what I mean? There's a greater error of input error. There's a reason why these buttons are so big in fighting games, is because you're less likely to miss the input that you're intended to go for. You probably have an even harder time hitting accurate inputs with the joystick. It's that, but here's the big thing. Pressing back, like on the joystick, there's travel time. When I move my joystick left and right, I lose time trying to make the stick travel. While with the button, it's instantaneous, you know? You instantly move back and forth with the button. While with the stick, you lose travel time. That's why. And then the input consistency is even harder. If this thing costs $300, I'd build one myself. Yeah, you can. Here's the thing. You can go, if you Google like Arcade Paradise, or what's another one that's off the top of my head? There's a bunch of like arcade products that you can purchase, and you can buy all the components yourself and then just assemble them. It's not hard to put them together. And if you look up a YouTube video, they can tell you exactly how to do it. It's not hard. It's very common knowledge. People make their own fight sticks all the time. You know, I don't do it because I'm not that kind of tech savvy, so I'd prefer to pay for a pre-built one. But if you are tech savvy, it's not hard. That's my understanding. I know tons of people that made these out of just straight up cardboard boxes, and it works. That's how efficient it can be. So it's not hard to make these.
Round one. Ready? go!
Let's go. That does not work anymore.
Excellent! Round 2. Ready, go!
Oh, he's jabbing me out. Oh, damn, that really does cause a crumple now. Holy shit. That causes a super crumple. Holy shit.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Let's go! Oh my.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Sidestepping everything around him. Oh, nice. He got me on the side throw.
Knockout!
Nice. He got away with it.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Oh shit. Ow.
Knockout!
Take my knees, bitch. Take it all. Good fight. Goal player fucked me up pretty bad a few hours ago. He punched my shins over and over and I couldn't do anything against it. That does happen a lot. So here's a neat little trick I'll show you. So I'm guessing he chipped away my life, and when I block, he threw me. Half my health bar gone. Yeah, Go can delete half your health in a moment's notice. So if you ever want to practice how to stop something like that from ever happening, all you have to do is when you are in waiting room like this in training mode, go to CPU settings and go down to where it's called reactions. And what you want to do is you want to select what's called guard and counter break or counter attack 2. It'll say at the bottom right here, it says that it'll do the down punch after they block, right? So all you have to do then is do this, and they'll do that shin punch, right? So when they do the shin punch, Sarah has a few options. She can do this, which is punch and kick at the same time. They make it. Actually, I think they may have made it. Oh, okay. The easier one would be to be up and kick. This right here, up and kick. I think they slowed down the speed. They nerfed that a little bit by the looks of it. So up and kick. Why is there a bunch of lag on my fucking game right now? There we go. So anytime that you suspect they're gonna do that, you can outright beat them, and look how much damage you can get. Like a quarter of their health was gone in that moment, or I don't know why I'm brain farting. Optic wise, he's definitely not. But I'm gonna be quite frank. A lot of the characters in this game aren't some of the strongest design, like optic design wise. There's not a lot of strong characters in this game. I think that character wise, if I were to pick some, Akira's definitely it since he's the poster boy. Hage might be a pretty appealing one since he's a ninja. Sarah's pretty, I think a pretty good looking design. Who else? Who else is a really cool design? It's definitely one of the weaker points of this game, but a lot of this game was going for more, you know, realism designs, while like Tekken goes for like more hyper anime-ish designs. Right now I stuck to Sarah. Her moves comes to me the most easy when I try her out. Yeah, I actually know how to play Sarah. Here, I'm gonna show you some cool things while I play her real quick. So I'm a little familiar with her as well. We'll go higher rank even. Sarah's a lot of fun. She's definitely one of the coolest kickboxing characters I've ever seen because she's got a lot of feints. So like her, you wouldn't think that like kicks like this would be that great, but her feints are what make her so cool. But here's the best part about her. I can pull off the hit grabs. Oh man, they're so much harder to pull off in this one. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm starting to feel him again. What was it? Oh yeah, it was all 3 hits. Alright, let's see if I can get this together. Lesson 1, get into Flamingo. Lesson 2, get and destroy the enemy. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, there we go. This move is hard to do, right? There we go. I'm really looking forward to using her right now because she's a lot of fun. She's a fun-ass character. Or this. This is a cool-ass combo. It's gotta be a counter hit, right? Boom! Bam! That's so fucking sick. Alright, let's get into a match with her. Oh my god. I didn't figure out the flamingo throws at the moment, but I play since yesterday, so it's fine, I guess. And here's the thing, they're hit grabs, so they take a while, like learning that precision to land her hit grabs and her throws off the flamingo kicks takes a lot of practice. So work your way up towards it. You don't need to rush towards that because that takes a while. There we go.
Knockout.
Forgot about that.
Round 2. Ready, go.
Right, people constantly strike. I have to make them afraid and start blocking.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go.
Oh my god, let's go! Oh my god, such a fun character. She's so fun. You're impressed? The base of the game is up to 20 years old and it still looks good. Sure, the graphics are an update, but still. I mean, this game is a really good-looking game. It's impressive that the gameplay formula has held up for 20 years. Getting a little bit more aggressive with me, aren't you, Mr. Spicy? Boom, 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 boom. Let's go! Oh my god.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Let's go again! Oh, it didn't work!
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go!
Oh my god, the way he just crumples down like that. Let's go!
Excellent!
He gave up. He gave up. He had enough. He had enough of me styling on him. He had enough of me styling on him. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm on my knees begging for forgiveness. I didn't mean to style on you so hard, but I was having fun. I was having so much fun.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Wow, he just went for it. Okay.
Knockout!
Let's go. Action's not too bad.
Round 2.
It's a little bit adjusting, but it's not too bad.
Ready, go! Knockout!
Dude, when he did the low jab, I expected him to do it there.
Round 3.
I did the hop kick.
Go!
But my timing there was off, but I had the right idea. I knew he was gonna wake up kick.
Knockout!
Oh god.
I've got grace and power. You've got zip.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that there's not a large enough player pool, so there's definitely going to be some rollback kicking in because it, you know,
Round 1.
there's not a concentrated amount of players in one area, especially in the West. Yet, I think that'll change with the 6th game. The connection is feasible. It's definitely better than it was compared to when Ultimate Showdown came out.
Ring out!
Out of my ring. It belongs to me.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Boy, that looked like a kung fu movie. Let's go! So much damage.
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Nice.
Knockout!
Woof. Such a fun character.
Better run home to Mama now.